Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
Gruff.
I'm Baka.
I
Oh my
didn't
god,
fire
we
him.
regrew. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I was going to say we regrew them.
Yeah,
I am so glad that we were able to work out with my agent and make it where I could come back. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the
He's just like
cooperation.
once we got pissed with him and chopped him up, we just took some of the pieces and threw it in a potting soil and I let him regrow.
I'm like Groot.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, expect to not hear from Chicken while at the same time.
Okay, I will
from
try to be present. Okay.
He's watching a very
blast me this
tense
early
It
on.
might be the
Detroit
only thing to
Lions
keep his
game.
mind off the game. Let's be fair.
Yes, I have pretty good peripheral vision, so watching this, I could still see the horror show that's going on. I thought Halloween was over, but it's apparently still going on.
Hey, you know what?
Halloween.
Teams learn more from losses than they do from wins. So at the end of the day, they'll learn a lot. They'll rebound if that ends up being the outcome of the game. I'm just going to throw it out.
Yeah, but the issue is if they just keep losing, then obviously they ain't learning shit.
Okay, you know we haven't lost 2 games in a row for like 4 years. Okay, we don't have a lot of games to learn from.
Yeah, the years are behind them when they won like 1 game a year and had multiple losses back to back.
Yeah, you got to understand. What you're talking about is like decades behind us.
This shows my knowledge of sports. I know Jack and shit.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And he used to play Fortnite.
And one of the few things that he knows is the Lions suck. I like that's
what
his knowledge of football. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah.
And I know that mainly just because of how many times I just hear other people randomly bitch about it.
They've gotten better. Come on now.
They've been a lot better, but thank you very much. Can we just move on to the other stuff?
Yeah, you want to talk news stuff?
It's still a wound that is happening.
Is there anything specific that you want to talk about that you either want to talk about now or save until the end when maybe your game is going better? I don't know.
Oh man, it depends. I'm either going to be elated or depressed. So I mean,
well, does anybody else have a jumping in point that you'd like to?
I mean, the one thing that I want to jump into is that because me and Nuggy watch Sonic Prime on it's a Netflix show. But that they moved to Nickelodeon. They show on Saturday mornings. It's our Saturday morning cartoon that we watch. And the makers of that show, Sonic Prime, are working on a Crash Bandicoot series.
Ooh.
That's cool.
And we just played Crash Bandicoot 2, so he's kind of looking forward to it. And I'm interested to see Crash make a renewal into the modern entertainment world. I know there's a word for it. My brain is not functioning properly. But yeah, I thought that would be pretty cool because the Sonic Prime show is pretty good. It's pretty fun.
Well, now the question is, does he talk or is he still mute?
No, he has to only have goofy faces and idle animations that he just kind of stands there while.
They can have people that talk around him or others, right?
But while he's doing that, he needs to have like dumb idle animations where he's just kind of sitting on the ground, twirling a mango or something, waiting for the exposition to be done.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that would
do that after each commercial break, or where a commercial break would normally be.
Ooh, or you incorporate commercial breaks into it, and he's like on the screen, just kind of at the bottom in an idle animation, waiting.
Or he could sell the products.
There you go. Ooh, even better. Even better.
There's no like when it's coming out thing, is there? Or is it now?
I don't think there is a date.
It says set to debut, but it doesn't say when, so
yeah, I don't think they have an exact day for it yet.
So it's happening eventually. Probably.
Yeah, they're working on it. So, I mean, so far a lot of the video game to animation style adaptations have turned out pretty good, so they're fun.
Okay. Maybe this will renew interest in the series.
Yeah, it would be nice. A little boost, maybe get another game. I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know how well the last one did. The Crash 4, it's about time.
Yeah, I was going to say Crash 4.
Well,
unless they just tried to do another fucking Spyro thing and go, hey, get all these little figures.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, the article
Get
says
killed
that,
that way.
that there was a game that got canceled in favor of live service games, and it would have been a direct sequel to It's About Time. But you know, live
Oh yeah,
service
it is
games.
done. I see it down there.
Old platformers don't need live service games. I'm sorry.
Well,
They
no, I
do
think
not
they
have a
canceled
place.
that so that the development team could work on a live service game instead of doing work on that one.
Seems dumb.
I mean, that's not wrong.
No, nobody wants offline games that they can't buy skins for, Griff.
I guess. I don't know, man.
And random multiplayer. I mean, that doesn't really fit in, but we'll force it.
Yeah.
They'll do it without the lube.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do it without the lube.
Ugh, gross.
Lols.
All right. Coffee finished. Energy levels high. Anxiety high.
His heart's gonna explode while we're recording.
We're just gonna see Chicken and Bad bouncing in his chair, going.
Pretty much.
Only if they score here.
Uh,
If they don't, you're gonna see me just like squat this chair into the concrete.
Right.
So.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of you going Cornholio
oh
from
God.
Beavis and Butthead. Just
Well,
I am Cornholio.
it to bring it back around, talking about games that are going from a game to a different medium, Crash to, you know, a movie or TV show. Phasmo is supposed to be working on that Horror 2.0. Nah, how about a board game for you to play IRL with your friends?
That is so dumb.
I mean,
I'm
I can
sorry.
see
And it's
the
expensive,
potential
too.
of it.
It's expensive as dude. It's like 80 euros or whatever it is, and then 119
Which
and
is good.
160.
Yeah, it's going to be. See, that's like.
I mean,
over
board games are
100
pretty
US.
expensive anyway, and I don't know what's in the game. I didn't. I
Depending
watched a
on
little
the
video that
board
was
game.
on it. But
Okay, I'm pretty sure that there are board games out there that I could find that are cheaper. That the figures they come with are actual good quality little plastic pieces and not some fucking cardboard cutouts.
is that what they are? Is
yeah.
cardboard cutouts on here?
Yeah.
I didn't look
Mhm.
at the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't-
like
Yeah,
little
for the
cardboard
price of
cutouts.
it.
Yeah.
Like the $80 mark would like I would have expected that out of like, oh look, the limited edition collector's edition or whatever, something.
But the collector's
okay,
edition costs
fine.
even more.
Mhm.
Yeah, the collector's edition costs even. It's stop. Like, and this is me gonna rant a little bit about them. Like, we also play a game called Fast Food Sim. Sorry guys, throwing you under the bus with Phasmo, but they posted an update in June, and then they've basically gone completely silent, short of a little update that they were like, we're working on this in September, and we're like, we're gonna keep you guys updated with it, and have gone silent again. Phasmo, and they've lost like track of what they're doing apparently, and it feels like Phasmo is doing the same thing. We're 5 years, people,
In early
5 years
access.
in early access. Pal World came out 2 or 3 years after them, have gotten a year and a half in, and they're a much bigger game, and are coming out in full release before Phasmo.
Okay, I'm reading the actual website that they have. It's on here. Developed in official collaboration with Kinetic Games and created by Lost in Cult. So basically, it's just a board game company came to went to
Yes.
Phasmo and said, "Do you want to build this?" They're building it. It's not like they're taking away from the game. Somebody else is building this, but I don't disagree. They still need to put shit out. I agree with that.
Have
part
you
of it.
seen the amount of merch that they have
Yeah,
been putting out for
that's
everything
the problem is they put out so
around
much
Phasmo?
merch.
And
It is a constant stream, and
Well,
like,
but
you
here's
get
the thing:
10
what are
with
their
that.
sales like? So that's my deal.
I
If they're
can't
not,
say
if they
that.
don't have new sales coming in for the Phasmo game because they're not able to improve it, they've got to figure out another way to generate income, and that might be another
I mean,
way to
they
diversify and
release
make
it
that
in
happen.
1.0, and then your sales will boost again. They got a giant boost in sales when they pushed it to consoles, which they just
Right.
did last year, I think it was. And then like
I
how
know they all run together.
Yeah, no,
I
you
know.
can't sustain your game if you don't have landmarks to like push your game out. You you want to push sales and whatnot, but if you're having a stagnant game for 2.5 years, how do you expect people to kind of get back into it? Because
Well, and
they
then
do
how are you
play
going to
it
sell
and
the
it
merch
gets
that you put out?
it gets so boring and repetitive that even the people that like it are like, it's good. You just gotta wait.
Well, and they're about to get
And
another
it's-
little boost in a week or two because their new map, the diner map, is coming out. So, which I think is next week. I want to say.
Yeah, it's
for
like
Nels.
November.
It was after Halloween.
Yeah, it was like the week or so later. I want to say it might be on the 5th that comes out, but I mean, I feel like they get little like boosts here and there, but maybe it's one of those issues where they're mismanaging and trying too hard to coast, or maybe they're trying to just make absorbent money because they don't know what to do with their horror 1.0 thing and full launch. Like, I don't know.
See, and the scariest part is they want to upgrade all of their maps like they did the farmhouse one, and they've done like 2. They've upgraded like 2 maps. And they've got, I think, 7 or 8 more maps they have to upgrade and do the Horror 2.0 and the character customization that they've been planning for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Like, it feels so sloggy and not really doing anything. And it's kind of like, it feels like they've lost their way, like Fast Food Sim has, because they've gone from like making a fast food simulator game. They're doing semi-open world now with driving and deliveries and things like that instead of focusing on the sim part of the restaurant. Yeah, like they were like, oh, we're gonna make it so that the bathrooms have to be cleaned. You got to clean up the shop, things like that. Like more maintenance stuff around the shop, little busy things. It's like, okay, I get it. I see what you're trying to do, and then that's all just gone. It's almost 6 months later, and they haven't done a real.
Their average game. I'm gonna give you a couple numbers here. Their average players in December of 2023 was 16,556. So almost 2 years ago. We'll go to December of 2024. They were at 19,474 for an average, so just 3,000 above. And in October, so last month, they were at 15,000 something. If you look at the last 6 months, they're averaging roughly around, we'll say 13,000 is what they're averaging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ignoring November because I know some of the November numbers are from Halloween, people playing the night before and kind of playing into the day, which was at 18,000. So numbers wise, they really don't look like they've changed that much. Their peak for the most amount of people playing was in November of 2024. And that was 53,000 people playing for a peak number. And they were averaging for that month 22,000 people. So if you figure they're at 15 now, they've dropped basically 8,000 people
year over year
for their average in a year's time. So they've still got good numbers, but the biggest drop they had was between February of this year to, we'll say, through May. They dropped percentage wise roughly 50% of their base dropped, and then they had a 32% increase in June of 2025.
I think they did another update then.
Yeah,
but and you saying that, it feels like all they're trying to do at this point is just maintain numbers. Like they're not trying to finish the game; they're just trying to maintain player base so that their game looks alive and they can keep selling it instead of finishing it.
Yeah, it's consistency. And I mean, you figure September 18, 2020 is when the release date of the original early access was. So here we are 5 years later, and we still don't have a 1.0. Is that correct? Or we do have
still no 1.0. Still a ways away from another 1.0. You're looking
which
at like
I know
it
was what, 3 years that he made the announcement of bringing people in and changing some of the assets out and doing all that type of stuff.
It was, I think, a year and a half where he brought in, because it was just him. A year and a half later, he brought in 2 more people, and then I think another 2 years after that, they started bringing in a lot of people. I think they got a whole crew of like 15, 20 people now.
Okay, so it's a possibility we could be looking at a 1.0. I would think in the spring at the earliest, if based on what they currently have going. I don't see it happening though.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see it happening. I keep saying get it around Halloween, get it right around September, do your 6-year anniversary. I might as well do your 5-year anniversary and big,
make an announcement in the spring that you plan on doing a 1.0 in October and make a big deal about it, or do it at one of the June events, something like that, so you can push it. But the board game thing doesn't bother me. I don't think it translates well, and the price is outrageous. That part
I
bothers.
think the price is outrageous, and it does feel a little like you're expecting your fan base to continue footing the bill for the continued development thing by buying all of this outsourced stuff. And it's like, well, I mean, realistically, you'd have a boost of people come in if you guys could actually just finish some of these projects that you started, instead of what feels like wasting your time on some other little stuff that doesn't matter, stuff that people don't necessarily care about.
Yeah, my guess is the most of the people that play the game currently have played the game over the last 5 years, in some respect.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they've got a whole lot of sales going on right now, but and so that's why they're trying to diversify and trying to take advantage of those average 15,000, 16,000 people that are normally playing the game, because they might want some merch or whatever. And you might have some board game aficionados that are out there that aren't big on video games that are like, oh, this looks like a great collector set, blah, 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 and I'm willing to spend 120 pounds on this thing. But no.
Yeah.
That's
a lot
120
of
pounds, a lot of cash.
I feel like it would need more bells and whistles than having glow-in-the-dark handprints on the outside of the box and foil-backed cards instead of regular. It's like Baka said, like the figures should be more intricate and things like that. But, I don't know. It just feels like Phasmo's kind of like.
I mean, at least solid like color. Like here's all your survivors. They each one's like a different color because there's only 4. They don't have to be painted.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, I'll paint the damn things if I ever had that board game. But
Well, new map on the way this week. Board game on the way 2026. So if you're into that sort of thing, next year.
I mean, it could be where they are trying to put the board game out the same year they're going to do a 1.0 release.
I mean, maybe they're doing pre-orders for the board game, so if you want it, go ahead. I guess go off. But and I bet you I bet money when this diner one map comes out, I bet Red's gonna be like, hey you guys, I know we're doing dinosaur stuff and all, but y'all want to play this Phasmo map?
No, not interested, man. When it first came out to me in like a view, it was like a big colorful game. It was super unique. It came out when ghost hunting games weren't a thing yet. And then it's just kind of dulled. You got all these other ones that have kind of popped up and introduced these new style, which again, as we've said a million times, competition works for the consumer. And a lot of these other ghost games have really done a lot to improve. And in my honest opinion, the only reason Phasmo is as big as it is because it was first out the game. And people have stuck to it for nostalgia's sake because it was the first one. And now that we've kind of moved down the line, you've got a lot of competitors that are better, if not as good, but people look past them because it's not as good as Phasmo. And they got these rose-tinted glasses on. It's like, this is the best. And some of these games are as good, if not better, because they have improved.
I think a lot of people run into that issue when it comes to video games anyway. I think there's a lot of games that are very similar. And then you end up there ends up being a game that's better, that's the same type of genre, and people were like, no, but I like the original. Why do you like the original? Because it's the original mentality.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I don't like these new mechanics that they've introduced in this one. Well, why don't you like it? Because they're not in the other one. Well, that's not a real reason why not to like it.
Yes,
it's like, get used to it type deal. And we all fall to that. I don't like this because of that and that type of thing, and I think that I think part of the issue is that they're not adapting quick enough because they should already be working on 2.0 right now. And they don't have 1.0 out yet. Like 1.0 should already be released, having all this going on, releasing the board game, and then 2.0 be announced. Like it should have 2 years ago. We should have had this game.
Yeah, and like their community events used to be fun. They used to be individual based. Like it'd be going around collecting stuff. The ghost would have like a Santa hat on, and it was just kind of all around fun goofy stuff to fill in for the holidays, and now it's all community oriented. You can you don't even have to do the event. You sign in on it after the community has finished it, and you get your trophies, or you get a little.
Well, I mean, the
updated
map's
flag.
not even released before Halloween. It's released after Halloween, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's definitely something we
Well-
talked about when we talked about the diner map coming out. Is like, why did you do that? But I think again,
Yeah.
it's to continue to extend the life support a little bit, I guess, because one of those things where it's like, okay, well, people are probably already going to play it because Halloween and it's going to be scary. How do we keep them playing it after Halloween? Well, we give it a week and then we launch the map, so they're continuing to play it until the map is out and things like that. So it's
Right.
it's kind of smart to do it that way, but at the same time, like, it feels a little forced, maybe. I don't know.
Artificial, a little artificial bloating.
Artificial, yeah. I guess that's a good way to look at it. But that's how they're doing it. So, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
What else
Yeah,
we got?
I don't want to sit here and rip on them all day. We've said our piece a lot about this.
Oh, speaking of
This game.
scary games that have gotten updated, in case you live under a rock and did not know, and we'll talk about it when we talk about what we did. Repo got their big monster update too, so
Good
that
update.
was
Great
a fun,
update.
a hilarious update. We'll talk about it later.
Oh man.
But yeah, just if that's a game you play and you have not updated it yet, do it.
Great update. Great
Right.
update. Power to like huge. I was expecting like a couple of things, but they've been talking about a lot of stuff over the last couple of months, and this thing is packed full of stuff, and they don't put spoilers in it either. They're like, "Hey, we put a bunch of monsters in there.
Yep.
Good luck."
And we were playing and we were like, "What is this? What is this? What is this? What does this do?" We'll talk about
What's that thing? What is that thing? But yeah, we'll talk about it.
Good
shortly.
updates. Do good updates regularly. Don't let your game die. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't get stagnant. If you are in an early access game, you need to make progress. Okay, that is the point of early access. You make mistakes, you put in stuff, you see if it works. If it doesn't, you take it out or you change it. That's the point. But people will update early access games like it's the end all be all. It has to be perfect. But I mean, I guess early access has completely lost its definition over the years.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I feel like early access went from, hey, this game will be out within the year at most, to, hey, this game will linger here indefinitely.
Yeah.
But you want progress and stuff like that, and we had already mentioned them once today in kind of just an offhanded thing, but hey, maybe Palworld's making some progress because Japan rejected one of Nintendo's like attempted patent things, which could work out in their favor because it does set a little bit of a precedent. I mean, most of Nintendo's argument is, well, it's because you throw a Pokeball and the Pokemon pops out and then it fights, but they declined patenting specific like throw mechanics, as a Pokemon specific patent.
Yeah, I think there was something in that article that pointed to Arc, maybe.
I mean, Arc.
It was a
does have
different
that
game.
option.
Yeah. Since the Power Lawyers have argued, among other things, the continued existence of games like Titanfall 2 and Arc Evolved, which have similar mechanics to that of Pokemon, because they did have the cryo balls that you
Mhm.
put your monsters in and you can release your monsters from, and it was long before their patent, and now Nintendo's like, okay, maybe.
Because, I mean, Nintendo basically allowed those games to do it without throwing a fit, but because now it's to a game that slightly resembles Pokemon.
Oh yeah. Now
Well,
we're
this-
throwing up
it's-
flags.
This kind of reminds me of the argument that they had against Marvin Gaye's family had up against Ed Sheeran, in the fact that it was like, these four chords together should be copyrighted with this particular song, and then Ed Sheeran goes into the courtroom and goes through all these songs that were written before Marvin Gaye ever wrote his, and go, now you're saying all those songs could not exist. and should not be able to exist. And then, to me, that's kind of a similar thing, which is like now you're putting a patent down that's going to stop people from being able to. You're going to break games, is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're going to stifle innovation and taking these things and evolving them into a better way.
That's Pokemon too. You can't have that. They have Pokemon evolutions now. You can't do it.
I mean, it's just one of those, like, it's weird. Nintendo pushes for innovation. Their creative side of Nintendo pushes for innovation and growing, and then the lawyer side of Nintendo tries to stifle creation and innovation. It's like,
well, it's stifling it outside of anybody but their own company, is what it is.
Yeah,
they
it is
want
absolutely
to just
wild to
and
me.
they do have
I mean,
the
that's
option
the flight
to,
thing, right?
Yeah, they have the option to amend their patent and try to get it through anyway, too. Just throwing that out there. This may not be a final.
I had a thought. I just thought it might be funny if the company that does Digimon goes back and files a patent about their creatures evolving.
Because they did it
just
first.
to fuck with Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm sure that would really fuck with them.
Well, I mean, they're trying to file patents on things and then apply it retroactively. So, I mean, it's possible that they might be like, we filed a patent, and even though Digimon came out first, they still are not allowed because in the present, we said they can't, so we're going to sue them. It's like, wait, what? But, I mean, would we be surprised if that was the headline?
No, not at all.
At this rate, no.
No. I mean, I feel like at least once a month, once every 2 months or so, we get something about Nintendo trying to figure out a patent or figure out a way to sue somebody.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, they get really specific about it because there was a thing a couple weeks ago that we did not talk about that was, their Pokemon theme was being used in a way that it was not intended, just to not make it, more than it is. But they didn't say anything about it. So it's like, are you not upset when people use your product without asking? Because that was without asking and on a large scale for marketing purposes, essentially. But that was
Which
fine.
is very similar to what's been happening with Halo these last few weeks, too.
Yeah,
so.
same. But that's fine. That's good. Y'all fine with that? Okay, that's a weird stance to take, but you do you, I guess. So definitely set some precedents, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we'll sue these little people because we feel like it's going to be easy, but we don't want to do anything to damage anything else.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. They're picky and choosy fights.
What it does is it feels like the attachment to their franchise and protectiveness is for show. It is for profit.
Yes.
So,
100% for profit.
And I get it.
They're businesses.
Yeah, they're business. They're there to make money, but at the same time, like, okay. Interesting take, y'all. Interesting take. Chicken, are you good over there?
Man, stress. One second at a time is all I can say.
And football seconds are a lot longer than normal seconds. I'm just saying.
Tell me about it. You ever counted an hour in football? It's like 4 hours in real life.
Okay.
60 minutes equals 180 minutes of ads.
Well, where do we want to go to from here? I don't really have a great pivot point on that.
We can talk about let's talk about the fan-made Bully Online mod.
Okay, somebody tell me what the deal with this is. What are we talking about here?
Basically,
it's just a mod?
It's a mod, but the part of the concept of it is it's going to allow for multiplayer servers. My guess is for RPing. So you could go in and do similar to what they did with GTA.
Yeah.
But it'll allow them to be able to go. I wish somebody would produce a mod that creates really good graphics for that game because the game is good. And it does not appear as though Rockstar is going to do anything with it. So, but it's supposed to be coming out in December for early access. I don't know how you have an early access mod. I think that's weird. Wouldn't it just be a mod for the game? But
they've got to test to make sure that it's working properly, and they release it early. They can get more people to try it to stress test.
But they're
Well,
Okay, but they're
well, I'm
charging
gonna go ahead and
for
throw
it.
this. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna throw this flag up in there. It's for premium users on their Kofi,
Kofi.
uh, yeah, thing, and you have to pay to have access to it. And Rockstar, the number one rule of mods, as we have always stated, is never charge for it.
Yes.
You will be eaten alive the moment you put money on a mod, because the company's like, oh,
Especially if
trying
you're
to dip into our
advertising
thing.
that it is for pay. You know, it's one of those where it's like,
Yeah, I'm interested
oh,
to
a
see.
donation, that's fine, but like you have to pay for it to get it. So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how they word it. If they're saying that the money is going towards the servers they're using versus using to put
It's
towards
a
doesn't
the game.
premium
matter.
access. It's premium access.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. Like the second you start getting money for that kind of stuff, the company will be knocking on their door going, where the fuck is our cut?
well, it'll be a cease and
Yeah.
desist, and then there'll be a discussion probably behind closed doors of how much money was made on it, and then probably a lecture in law from their lawyers where it's like, all right, look, this is why you don't own that IP, so you can't charge for making a project for it, and we're gonna take all of the money that you made from it. So
Or it'll turn around and do like they did with GTA and just buy the company.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
100% possible.
And
too.
that might be why they're doing it that way.
but I don't think I don't think that mod for GTA was being charged for, was it?
They weren't,
No,
but
yeah,
they've seen
no.
the profitability of it.
Okay, but see, the problem with this one is they won't necessarily have to buy the company. They can just take it because it's their property at that point. Like you were
The
trying to
thing
charge
with
from
the-
it. That's the punishment, is you lose it.
The thing with the GTA stuff though is the 5M things for it.
Mhm.
They don't charge. Where all the money was coming from and all that, what was all these other people that created extra assets like custom characters, custom buildings, items, things like that, and then they would sell them like in packs to other servers to buy and get used in their servers to do the online stuff with, or not online, but the role playing stuff with.
Yeah.
So that's where all the money was being exchanged. There was no exchange in the actual like server in itself.
Yeah. Which I mean, it's important distinctions legally to make. So
Yeah, that's the
It is.
important part, is the distinctions legally.
Like the way they were doing it, what was skirting the legal side of things.
yeah. And I mean, I imagine that these people will probably argue similarly that they're skirting the legality of it, because Kofi is one of those things where it's like, well, I'm making a donation to an artist. I'm not necessarily buying a thing, but because I made a donation, and I don't know that legally
see,
you can
that's
use that well enough, especially against
you can't
money like Rockstar has.
You can't use donations to get access. It needs to be everybody has access, but if you want to support, you can make a donation.
Okay,
That's the
so
thing,
hold
is
on, just so I'm clear on what's happening here. The money you would be paying would be for the Kofi service, correct? Not for this. So you would get
You're
other
supporting
things
the maker is what it is. Like it's like
Yes,
a
it's-
donation
it's-
site. So you're
as far
donating
as
to
I know-
the person, not necessarily
Okay.
the project.
You only get access if you make a supportive donation.
okay.
That's
That's what I'm
the
asking.
problem.
Like I don't know what
Yeah.
Kofi is. I'm trying to ask for the layman out there that just went, what the hell's that?
Yeah, it's another
so-
one of those. There's a lot of those.
It's
services
not
out there these days.
necessarily Patreon, but it is similar,
Kind of like
where you can
Patreon.
like people can sign up and you can tip them, essentially.
Okay,
for
so because
what they
my
do.
brain went toward that it was a service that they were going to be providing on that website. Does that make sense? So like
yeah,
it would
I see what
be
you were
because you
thinking
said, because you were
originally.
talking about artists, and I was like, okay, well maybe it's one of those things where you have digital artists that if you pay a certain amount to Kofi, then that would be, then you would get all these elements from each one of these artists as well. So it wouldn't be just that project, but that kind of negates that. So I get it now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So
their
it
little
would literally
blurb
be
on,
just for this.
yeah, on Ko-fi is join all types of creators getting tips, memberships, and sales from their fans. So that's really
Yeah.
So it is a Patreon essentially.
kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. It's pretty much
Here,
just
I'll
It's gonna have a
send you-
tiered system built into it. Blah blah blah, all that stuff.
100%. 100%.
That's their website. I guess I could put it in the thing too. I mean, in case anybody else needs to know, I put it in Discord, y'all. So if you need to know what Ko-fi is, there's their website. You can go and check it out, how it works and everything. Or maybe you're already supporting somebody on there. I mean, I've seen it floating around for a little while. So,
Interesting.
I would assume there's another way. Like, I guess supporting them gets you the early access, but when it launches for real, it won't be a paid for thing because the article mentions those who support it get behind the scenes content, all of this stuff, and priority when joining servers is what stands out to me because that means there will be other people that did not join or pay for it on Ko-fi or support them on Ko-fi that will not be having that priority line space. So I would assume.
Yeah, it sounds like based on that, it sounds like
access part.
everybody would have access. You would just have the early access available to you. Mm-hmm.
I still feel like Rockstar's probably going to come after them.
Oh yeah, for sure. You put money on the mods and things like that, they come. The businesses don't like to have their money tampered with.
Also, if the game is that popular, like that should just be a note to Rockstar to be like, you know what, you should probably put the sequel to this game or reboot or whatever on your planning board.
No, they're too busy with this game called GTA.
I know, but I mean that's going to be launching soon, so I mean.
I'm just saying, Red Dead Redemption 2's online completely. They didn't give a shit about it, and they destroyed it themselves by not giving a shit about it, and all they cared about is GTA. So.
Well, I guess I don't know.
I'm actually surprised we got like the remastered versions of the original Red Dead.
Yeah, well, I am and I'm not. I feel like they already had that kind of planned when Red Dead 2 did so well. I think they kind of were
That's
like,
fair.
let's start putting some people on it, but we won't make it a priority. And then it came out when it came out, kind of deal. But
I just wish the Red Dead 2 online they didn't like stop everything with it and just let it completely just go to hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they just didn't care about it. They were still making money hand over fist in GTA 5 and all of its 1,000 iterations.
Yeah, but they also didn't like they also didn't do anything as far as like the hackers and crap either. So even the people that wanted to just chill and play around with it online, like it became to the point where it's like, well, we can't even do that because some guy is like, yeah, look, I'm going to be invisible and just make you explode constantly up in the air.
Yeah,
I feel like GTA had a problem with that too, and then they started cracking down and banning accounts, so people had to rebuy the game, which is what kept that alive for so long. But they were like, that costs money, and we don't really care about Red Dead. So
honestly, the main reason GTA stayed alive was because of 5M.
Well,
Because if you wanted to play it, you could RP it pretty well, and you had these good, secure servers that were invite only, and they went through and curated the people that came into their servers very, very carefully. Like, you had to be vouched for by somebody, you had to put in an application, it had to be reviewed, your character had to be reviewed, and they were given a wait period, and then you were allowed in. Like, they were very, very thorough.
And like, if they see you breaking the rules or anything like they can just ban you, and you can't do anything about it. I mean, you can go off to other servers, but everything you had there is gone.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I mean, speaking of online games that you can play, that is a good pivot to one of our other articles. Amazon is gutting their game division, which is a massive amount of things. It means that New World is gonna be secure for like the next year, and after that, question mark. And the MMO for the Lord of the Rings, question mark.
I think it was canceled.
I
was
think
shut
it
down.
was, but I feel like that's
It
one of
hasn't
those
been
games.
directly said.
Yeah,
yet,
that's
though.
one of those games that they probably will shelve and then try to sell it off. I would guess.
Well,
I mean, recoup some money.
It's just going to revert back to Embracer Group.
But I don't know. New World was super hot for like a minute, and then I stopped hearing about it altogether.
They just had a new update like a couple months ago. I remember it popping up on Steam.
I wonder what their player numbers are looking like.
I don't know. We can
Even when the new update hit, like with Twitch and stuff, I saw a surge of people playing it, but it wasn't even like a week before it was just gone.
Mm.
So whatever they did, what was not great.
Oh, the last 24 hours, near 9,000 people. So
that's less people playing than got laid off. That was 14,000 job cuts right there. And
average player base October 2025 was 21,000. That was right around when the new update happened. Before that was right around 9,000. They have, what's their peak numbers? Their peak numbers were in October 2024 at 61,000. Nope. That's a lie. November 2022 of 137,000. Was their more recent one. But 50,000 is what their peak numbers were for last month. So there are people that still continue to play it. It's just their numbers are pretty low. The October 2021, when it was released, their peak hit almost 1 million. And then within a month's time, it dropped 62%. And it continued to drop. And it didn't gain anything back until April of 2022. So it took like 6 months for it to go back up any. And then it didn't go back up until November of 2022. So, yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't have. I mean, their numbers are basically half of Phasmo's.
And that's sad. That's not a whole lot.
And it's an MMO. It's not like Phasmo's like, let me get my friends together and play, and the other one is let me go into this game and join a guild, whatever.
Yeah. I would guess that it's dwindling anyway. They were probably looking at making end of life choices for it in the near-ish future, but oh well. So now all of that's gone. So anything that Amazon Games was working on that you were looking forward to, if you were, sorry.
But yeah, Lord of the Rings was the only thing that I had a mild interest in, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I was interested.
There's always
the.
Yeah, I mean there's still the other one, but it's like much fucking older though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they still get content updates and whatnot. Like that game is still.
They do surprisingly. Like I
still working.
I thought that one was dead. Because I remember when I played it when it came out, and I was just like, this feels kind of rough. So I kind of stopped, and then I guess they've done things with it since then.
They're still working on it. They're still doing.
Well,
I'm curious. I'm actually clicking on that one, see if I can find out what the player number's on today.
Looks like the next articles are all
the old
Microsoft.
Lord of the Rings. The old Lord of the Rings game currently right now, players today 16,000, so twice as many.
Ew.
It's on New World.
That's
New World New World collapsed, unfortunately. But whatever.
And they put a lot of money into that.
I was going, maybe I'm interested. Oh, you killed it? Okay. Well,
I don't know. Like even watching it, like I watched some other people play it and stuff. I just kept looking at it, going, I don't care. This just seems no. There was nothing there catching my attention.
They must have events or something on the Lord of the Rings one because, like, in
It keeps spiking.
May, yeah, it spikes. And in May 27, 2025, they had 72,000 people playing.
Hell yeah! Think about it. The newest
New
expansion.
expansions still. I mean,
Yeah,
They do still have new
things like
expansions.
that.
That's good.
Oh
then.
yeah, they still put content out in that game. That game is like 50-something years old now.
50.
I'm kidding. It's
Stop.
old.
Not quite. Not quite.
Oh my god, my hips.
Oh,
Exactly.
man.
Oh,
Well, I guess now it's time to talk about Microsoft because that's pretty much what the last 4 are.
which one do you want to start with? There's 4 on there.
I know, right? Like, I guess they all kind of mostly run together. I guess we can start off with the one that's slightly different. So Halo is gonna come to the PS5, y'all. They're doing Campaign Evolved, which is is it a remake?
That first of all, that
reboot?
name is
It's awful.
It is a
it's
full remake.
it's a terrible
It's a
name.
full remake in Unreal Engine 5.
Okay, that's what I thought. Are
They announced
using,
it. They announced it last year.
Are they? Well, yeah, but I didn't know exactly what their plans were. Are they using like all the same voice lines and everything? Like same actors will still be.
From
there
what I could tell, yes. There's actually on that article. So for those that are going into the Discord to check on the articles we're talking about, there's actually a link to a video on there that shows you 13 minutes, and it's the silent cartographer level.
Okay.
So, but it looks really good. I was concerned at first because the person using the pistol, the pistol doesn't look the same. It looks like it does in newer ones. And I was concerned that it didn't have the zoom on it because the
better
person
still
wasn't
have it.
using it.
It does.
But it does. So
I
it's kind
will
of
say my only gripe is probably because it's early and whatnot, but I will say that a lot of the details and whatnot on the grunts and the elites and whatnot look so flat. Like it
I
looks
agree
like
with
there's
that.
no texture on them at all. Like they got close to a grunt, it looks like they just wallpapered over the skin, which I it has to be because it's early. I mean, it's not like they're putting a skin over the old one; they're rebuilding the entire games.
Mhm.
They should be able to make them look a little better, but it does look like wallpaper right now, just over top of the.
Well, remember what
skin.
the Brute looked like in the first footage of
In Halo Infinite?
Yeah, Halo.
Yeah, which is
Infinite,
why
like,
I say it's because it's super.
That's what I was
early
thinking,
that
too.
I can kind of forgive it.
What was his name? They named him.
I
What
want
was
to
his
say it was
damn
like
name?
Bob
Oh man,
or Gary.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
is something.
Gary. Yeah, they gave him a name, but yeah.
Yeah, but there's 13 minutes of footage that's on there. I think the game's gonna look good. It is coming for PC. It is coming out for Xbox Series X. It's just one more remake of the game, or you know, a remastered version of the game in some way. I feel like we're gonna end up with a 2 and a 3 as well, just because they're gonna try to cash in on the ones that everybody loves. But I don't see a new Halo coming out anytime soon. I just don't.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't decide to go ahead and try to package the multiplayer in with it as well. Like, the Red vs. Blue forums lit up with everybody going, oh my god, if they do the remake, what are the chances we get, like, a remake of Red vs. Blue and the new stuff? And everybody's like, yeah, there's no multiplayer with it, so those multiplayer maps and dudes are not there. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no. But I was just a little surprised. Although, Campaign Evolved, it bugs me. It bugs me so bad.
Didn't Rooster Teeth like get sold? Or
They
disband?
had
or
an
like
interesting
no more?
history. Yes, they did at one point get
They
sold.
died all the way, but I think somebody bought them.
Bernie got it
Bernie,
back.
Yeah,
the
Bernie
original
bought
creator,
them.
one of the
Or bought
original
the
creators,
name.
bought the Rooster Teeth brand back last year from whoever owned it at that point, and there are plans, but it is slow going because he's basically redoing everything from the ground up in the way that he wants it to be now, so that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't feel like just a shadow of itself, but it's not, you know, corporate like it was.
I mean, I hate being like it, but it's so far down the line that I do not see them growing an audience, they might be able to play in their own little playground. But I do not see.
Well, I
them
think that's also why
being
they're not
able
pouring, boatloads of cash into it right now. Or it's...
Yeah, I just don't think Rooster Teeth will ever become big again. I think once the big version of them collapsed, that was the end. Like you might be able to kind of build it up a little
small.
bit
I'm
and
good
kind
with
of do
that.
something.
I will be in a.
Well,
a
it's
small
unsustainable. That's the problem. You can only lose money for so long before it really starts hurting.
Well, we'll see what happens with them, but there is no multiplayer for them to remake original seasons of Red vs. Blue in, which is a little sad. But I think the days of Microsoft seeing that as a viable option also are kind of out. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious what kind of numbers they're expecting this one to do. Like, do you expect that it's gonna be a super Goliath because it's finally on PlayStation?
Well, but here's the thing too: if you're not including the multiplayer, which is theoretically where you're going to get a lot of your profit from, what do you put the price tag at?
Yeah.
Because it's a 8-hour-ish, 6 to 8 hour-ish long campaign. If the
first one was not super long. Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, well, let's go through and play the game. Okay. Well, is that $20 for you? Is that $30 for you? Like, what would you consider that in?
Like, what do you put that at?
And they are doing 4-player co-op on it, which is nice. This says it has 3 new missions, an expanded arsenal of weapons, new enemies, and more. I'm concerned about the new enemy part. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean this is stuff we've seen in later ones that you're going to be adding to this one?
Yeah, but why do you add to it? Aren't you just giving us a remake of the original? It's not one.
The only thing I can figure is because they were limited by what they could do originally 20-something years ago. Well, 25 now, or 24, when that one was released, that they're now trying to add what they would have wanted to put in there. But I don't know how many people that were originally part of Bungie that are part of 343 and are working on this know what those were. I know there's the Bible, so maybe it's in there.
Yeah, and a lot of the old, because they've listened to a lot of the people give feedback about how they put modern mechanics into this old game, but a lot of those old mechanics those new mechanics you could turn off so you can play it classic, like no sprinting, changing the HUD so that it's more classic style. Like they make it so that you probably, like, if I had to guess, they will probably give you options on how you want to set the game up.
I mean, the first one always needs med kits. That's just, you got to find them.
Absolutely. Like, you need to be scared when your fucking little health thing is flashing. You're like, oh shit, the shields aren't as good as they are in the future.
Yeah.
They gotta give you a med kit. Gotta make it good.
I feel like that kept the franchise feeling grounded though, because it does feel like technology had advanced a little bit too every time.
Where the shields got stronger and whatnot, and
so
like your body wasn't getting as damaged.
Well, it's like the first time the brutes show up, you go, "What the fuck is this thing?" Like it's just like you've got added things that add to it. Like, what are you going to give me that's added? Is it a new Flood character? Is it new characters that are part of the Covenant that I've experienced later on in a game that now ruins the surprise because of that? Like, what is it? It does. I mean,
yeah, like I'm interested in watching it, but my eyes, as always, forever, when it comes to Unreal Engine 5, I am so scared of optimization. Like, almost every Unreal Engine 5 game comes out and it just rushes the toilet as fast as possible.
They crash my computer every time.
They crash almost everybody's computer at one point or another. You may have like a perfect good couple of months, and then for some reason a security breach or a bug or some sort of error in the code just causes your game to just completely crumble.
Crazy to me.
So
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll definitely find out.
That is the last holdout though, right? Exclusivity wise.
Yeah, it's one of the last ones. I mean,
Gears
PS5 has plenty of exclusives.
Gears is moved over with the newest one that they came out with. They redid the first one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah. Totally slipped my mind. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, hey, PlayStation people, what do y'all think about them Halos? How's that going for you now?
Yeah, I think it's funny too. I want to see what the numbers are on PlayStation because all these people have hated on Halo for years because it was Xbox's mascot. Oh, Halo's trash, blah, 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 blah. No, it's just on an Xbox, and that's what your problem is. And then you're going to see how good it feels. But I'm going to argue it does not feel as good on that freaking. Now, the haptics are fantastic on a PlayStation 5. But I'm going to say that shooting and everything else is not going to feel as good as it does on an Xbox controller because it was built for an Xbox controller. It was the first actual first-person shooter that was built for a controller. So it just feels brilliant.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you cannot convince me it's going to feel great on a PlayStation.
I mean, you're probably not wrong.
Because the thumbsticks being right next to each other, I prefer the asymmetrical versus the symmetrical look. But
yeah, I much prefer the instead of like right next
my
to
thumb
each other. I
slips.
prefer the
My thumb slips when it's like this, and then I mean, I play a lot of PlayStation 5, but still slips.
I mean, these are all Halo Xbox related, so I mean, where do you want to go from here?
They're all pretty much console related, aren't they? I mean,
for the most part, one of them. Well, I guess this one is not bad. The one about the push for profit margins being why they're doing things like publishing on PlayStation and canceling projects like Perfect Art, which is still like, why did you do that? Because you want to make all of the money in the world, I guess. Go off.
bigger and bigger profit margins.
Yeah, well, they're trying to make a 30% profit margin on them, and that's what they've set them at. So I guess that's why they reduced. But
30% is a pretty big profit margin, from what I understand.
Yeah.
According to the article, that's like on a good year for a big company. That's still.
Yeah, that's huge because it's like because if you're selling a hard product, like a physical product, and you own a store, usually 33% or more is what you want to make on it because you're having to pay for your overhead that's there.
Right.
But when you're paying for a digital product, it's easily accessible. You don't have to ship anything. Basically, it's just sending it from point A to point B or whatever is all digital. Then you don't need as much profit off of each item. So there's some type of reason here. They've probably lost money somewhere, and now they're wanting to make up that profit.
Could it be the Activision Blizzard
all
acquired?
of the acquisitions as of late. That's a lot of money
Yeah,
that
it
they
could
threw
be.
out at one time.
It could be.
One of the stories that we don't have in here was a headline about how Call of Duty, for one of the first editions of it, this is one of the first times that it hasn't been at the top of the Steam wish list for a game that's on the horizon. And it's like, maybe that's not great for them too. I don't know.
Maybe, but I mean, Battlefield 6 came out. Battlefield 6 is, it is closer to the way Battlefield 4 was. A lot of people like the way that gameplay is.
Well.
Yeah, and like I played through the campaign and I played a little bit of the multiplayer. I'm suck at that game. I'm so bad at it compared to Call of Duty, but I enjoyed the little bit that I played of it. And the campaign was good up to a point, but it ran into the same problem to me that Call of Duty did, which is they built, and then the ending was kind of it needed about 2 more hours to tell the story and get it over with, but instead they just ended it where they did.
That sucks.
Yeah, and it's from a good storyteller because it's one of those where it's the same people that did Titanfall 2, which to me is one of the best campaigns in a very long time for a first-person shooter. And again, a short story, but they told a good story. This told a pretty good story and then didn't end it in a great way. But could have given me Titanfall 3. I've been happy. It's fine. No big deal.
Yeah,
But
no
no.
shit.
But no. So.
Well, there's that. Like they're wanting to make more money, and then of course, the next question is, so what's the next iteration of the Xbox? because with consoles you're always like, well, what's the next one gonna be? Maybe it's just a PC now. I mean,
I believe there was a guy on this podcast that made that comment about that's what it was going to be, is they were going to end up having to make, and they were going to have to make that.
To be fair, we've been saying that for years and years and years and years. At some point, you're going to run out of console room. You're going to have to evolve.
You'll have to do it. But here's the thing: is if you remember, it was because they were talking about the Rogue Ally and the fact the Rogue Ally itself is basically a handheld PC. Now they've made it into an Xbox version,
like
of it.
a Steam Deck.
Yeah, and so they have created that. So the only option you have from a standalone product at your house to attach to your television would to make it more PC-like, and it has to be more powerful than what's in people's hands. Here's the thing. You've got two versions of the Rogue Ally X Xbox version that's coming out. You have the regular Rogue Xbox Ally. That one retails for $600. Okay. The one you want, which is going to be the one that's going to be the higher end one, which is the Rogue Xbox Ally X, which is very difficult to say. And Rogue, I really hate the fact that you have enabled Xbox to, again, not be able to name shit properly. Is $1,000. It's $999.99. Like it's $1,000 for handheld.
Well,
and it's like the $600 quality, not a bad thing, but everybody that's done reviews said you don't want that one.
That's my concern, because they said that even if they did like go Xbox, PC essentially instead of a console, it's going to be quote unquote premium. And we all know that if something says premium, the price tag is what it is. Like it's gonna be ridiculously expensive that you're gonna try to set your benchmark at for this premium curated experience, And
they're gonna come out with a $1,200 product that's gonna be a quote unquote PC, and they're gonna come out with a $1,500 product that's gonna be a PC. That's going to be your console, and and I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with the console. I have a problem with the price tag. I don't have a problem with the console. And they have to do it because now they've told us we don't have exclusivity on any of our product.
We want you to play it wherever.
So where they used to make money on all of their video games because they had exclusivities, they're now going to have to make money they actually make either break even on the hardware, or they're going to have to make a profit on the hardware.
I just don't know that you can make that kind of profit there. Like
they can because of the fact that they have agreements with like AMD, where they're building so much stuff at one time. All of those companies can make them profitable, but it's usually what it is after a 4-year period, your product becomes profitable because the value, the cost of creating it cost a whole lot less.
Well, yeah.
So they can make it profitable, but it's going to cost, instead of them losing $100 to $200 per, they're going to have to make either break even and raise their price a couple $100, or they're going to have to raise their price $500 and hope that they sell enough.
I mean, I think the economic climate that we are in currently, going, the new Xbox is $1,500, no big deal, is not really a thing that is going to be said a whole lot. Like, you're definitely going to be limited.
No, it's not.
You're limiting your audience at that point.
Well, but I mean, there's no choice.
I'm just going to buy a PC.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. That's why they're telling you it's a PC.
So
because what they're trying to, what they're going to have to market it as, they're going to have to market it as a PC that can play the modern games at an affordable price. Because right now, if you go buy a PC that's playing those games, it's $3,000. So you're half the price.
Yeah, but you also can't do near as much as what you could probably do on a PC.
Yeah, but that's
because they're going to limit it.
This is what they're going to do. They're going to have it so that you sign in the console screen. So your PC is set up as a console since they do Windows. So it's either going to boot up Xbox style, or if you're hooked up to a monitor, you could boot it up Windows style. So whatever you want to do with it, you'll be able to choose when you sign in. Oh, I'm going to play it on the TV. I just need the console style sign in. Boom. You got the Xbox app, simple layout. It's like Steam's big window mode versus the Steam client mode. You click big window, you're basically playing on a console version of Steam.
Yeah,
Or you
it's
can
like
do
playing
the
on
Windows
Screen Deck.
version of Steam. Like, and that's what they're going to do so that you can get both. Oh, you want both? Do you want a PC? Good. You can play it as a home console. It comes with its own version of Xbox. You don't have to do anything. It's not complicated. You just set it up as your console instead of a PC. You done with it? It's easy. One button, swap over, swaps it to PC mode. You can now play it as a PC. And that will make... To us, it's like, okay, you're just doing that. But to other people, it's going to look like double value because you're not only getting a PC, you're getting a console too.
But
Where Microsoft is just going to be like, I mean, we make Xbox, the Xbox app and whatnot. We're just going to make it so that when you start it up in Xbox mode, it just opens the Xbox app.
Yeah.
Which is what they're doing with the Ally. That's what they did with the Ally.
Exactly. That's all it's going to be.
Now, somebody did strip an Ally completely down, put Linux on it, and it ran the games 30% more efficient. But...
Not surprising.
But they took a lot of the bloat that was part of the issue with Windows and was able to get rid of the bloat for that style of system, and it ran more efficiently than the predecessors for the Rogue Ally. But it's still a problem in the fact that you're running Windows. And here's the thing. And I've stated this several times over the last few months when I've been playing video games with my friends. The one thing I'll give console, it's very rare that my console ever crashed. Of all the years I've played consoles, it's very rare that it ever crashed. And part of that is because of Windows bloat, I believe, is most of that, right? And all the stuff that's got to go on. So it is one of those where if you're trying to market this, if this is how they're going to go, and they're trying to market this, the way that they need to do it is they need to say, hey, mom and dad, we know this costs a lot. And in today's society, your kid right now wants a home PC. They want to be able to play PC games. We have the Steam client built into our system. We have the Epic Games client built into our system. You can play all the games they want to on PC and and have the great stability of Xbox. But when they get home from school and they need to do something on a PC, they have this available to them as well to be able to do their homework. And so you make it you literally are backwards in the way PCs started, right? PCs originally started as some type of businessware or something like that. We made them into video game systems. And now you're going to go video game system and making it into something for schoolwork. You've got to market it that way. But, there's no telling what the price tag is, but I can tell you right now, if the price costs less than an Ally, they're never going to sell the Allies.
No. And as long as they make them powerful enough, they're going to make this thing very powerful, and they're going to market it as a PC before a PC with console capabilities.
Mm-hmm. And you make it as powerful as you possibly can, and PlayStation's going to have to follow suit. They'll have to do the same thing.
Sure.
But Microsoft has the advantage because of the fact that they own the OS.
Mm-hmm. Which that is going to be what makes it right there is having the OS and being able to swap whichever version you're going to want to run. You can either run it as a PC or run it as a console. It's gonna be what sells it. I don't want the PC function. Well, I mean, it's gonna be all inclusive. Sorry, it's just how it is, and also make it modular too, so that the PC.
Well, the good thing about it, the good thing about the PC thing is you won't have to if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. If it runs like the Ally does, where you're in an Xbox mode the entire time unless you back out. Same thing for Steam Deck. Steam Deck runs on Linux, but it's in big picture mode the entire time. You don't know, you don't ever have to touch the Linux part of it if you don't want to.
All right.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes over the rest of this decade.
True.
To the 2030s.
I'm interested to see when it comes out.
Let me get my walker. Hang on.
Because it might be 2030 before they come out with new consoles. It could be next year when they come out with the console. There's no telling.
No kidding. I'd realistically right now, I'd wait. It's money's real volatile at the moment. I would put it off because people don't have disposable income right this second. and it's not a real great look for you to be like, buy this really expensive thing. We promise it's multi-purpose. You should still buy it even though you can't buy food. So I would hold off for right now, for real, like just for a
that's
PR
why
reason.
we've been very careful and lucky with our PCs for surviving as long as they have, and that's
right, now that you've said
nice
that.
part about it. I said we've gotten lucky. Please just keep doing your thing. I mean, last year I completely cleaned them out and reset them entirely. We took everything apart, everything out of there, cleaned everything down, put it all back in there, new thermal paste, everything. So, I mean, reinstalled Windows. We went the whole 9 when we reset it. So, hopefully it'll last a little longer, and we'll just replace the pieces that we have to. But it's just, I mean, I don't think I could play like high quality, high tier games right now. I've got a decent graphics card, but it plays what I want it to play. So, that's the best way I kind of leave that as.
Well, I mean, speaking of what you want it to play, like what have we been doing? Because that's pretty much all the news, right?
Yeah.
It was all the news. I've been playing Green Hell again, and
we are all going back to like our comfort survival games right now.
Yeah. I already mentioned that I played Battlefield 6, but the Green Hell, going back to it, it is this time Old Man's playing with No Pants and I, and it's very interesting because we're not playing in the story mode. I told Old Man he could go play on your own on that one, because a lot of times we'll be playing some of these games and he'll be playing the single player mode on his own with the survival game, and he'll be ahead of us. So instead of that, it's just we've already played through that. You go enjoy the story. But if those that aren't familiar with Green Hell is still one of the hardest survival games that's out there, based on the way it is, because everything can pretty much kill you. Just falling down a 2-foot drop that normally a normal human should be able to drop down without getting hurt can end up causing issues of to where you need to wrap your leg with because you've got some type of scrape on it. Well, you didn't wrap it in time, or you were dirty at the time that it happened, so therefore it gets infected. So you have to take maggots and you have to put it on that in order to clean the wound.
And then can you cut your leg off? Can you cut it off?
You cannot cut your leg off.
Damn.
You cannot cut your leg off, but it'll make you sick and all types of stuff. Or you get tired and you don't have enough energy, so you just are out in the middle of the woods and you fall down. And when you fall down, you pass out for a certain amount of time. Your buddy can help you up, but when they help you back up, or whatever amount of time it took for them for you to not pass out, so you get a little bit of rest and get back up to get your energy. You get up and you look at your arms and stuff, and you got worms growing up underneath your skin that you got to scrape out and pull us out. So, or you're walking along, and as you're walking, you hear this rattling sound, and it could be a snake, or you could hear a different kind of rattling sound, and it's a Brazilian spider that if it bites you can kill you. Different things like that. So, or a jaguar in the background coming at you, or one of the natives coming at you with a spear. It could be anything. And so we've been playing that, and it's been quite interesting. The deaths are fantastic because it's one of those where you'll be. I'm a builder. When we play these style games, I love to build. I love to set everything up, organize everything the way it needs to be, and like I make medicine for people. I do all this stuff to try to take care of all the people. Well, I'll be at a distance and I'll hear "fuck," and I'm like, "What? Oh God!" I was, "What? I'm being chased by a jaguar. Oh God!" And I was like, "Well, don't bring him over here. You'll just see the head running across." It was like, "Damn it, I'm dead." And I'm like, "Well, it happens." And then you respawn and you have to go get your shit. And unlike other games, survival games, nowadays you have like your backpack on, right? And you'll go back and they'll usually have a marker that says, okay, this is where you died. Go back to there and you can go get your stuff, your backpack, and then you just load it back up and leave. This one it dumps everything that was in your backpack on the ground. And you have to find that area.
Everything.
And it doesn't tell you where it is. You just have to remember where you died, and you have to go back and you have to recollect everything. So anything you've made, anything you've picked up, It does that, and then it drops a certain percentage, like completely eliminates a certain percentage of the stuff that's in your backpack as well. So you do lose stuff too. So if you had anything important, it could be gone. So there's that.
That sounds frustrating as shit.
Yeah.
As often as I die, I would be going out kind of constantly with nothing at that point.
Well, I had one where I had a fever and my sanity kept dropping, and I slept because you can sleep through fevers. The fever was gone, but the sanity level was completely bottomed out. And I woke up, and inside of our hut were two guys standing there next to me, and I went to stab them, and they just disappeared because they weren't really there. And then there's a guy screaming in the background going, "You're gonna die. I see you. You can't survive. You're a horrible person. You're gonna die." Like that the whole time, and just like echoing in your ears while you're seeing people come running at you and stuff that can kill you. And so yeah, sanity, if your sanity level drops, you could die as well. So it's definitely interesting, and you have to keep track of all the stuff that you can eat and the stuff you can't eat, and they at least allow you to name it now. Like you can literally name stuff don't eat if you want
don't
to.
Eat.
Yeah. This berry, don't eat it.
Don't eat. I wonder why I called all of these things don't eat. I don't remember. I'm going to find out what it does. Listen here, past self. Current self will do as they please. Can't stop me.
Exactly.
We've been playing. Funny. We went back to Ark, and you mentioned, old man being like, give me a minute, hang on, I'm done. We will just be doing our own things independently, and then hear Baka go, fuck. And we're like,
yeah, I love hearing the, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just so subtle. Oh shit. Oh, well, Baka's in trouble again.
Yep.
All right, what you got, Baka, over there? Oh,
two
he's
minutes
dead.
later, he doesn't reply. 2 minutes later, you just see tribe mate Baka was killed, and you're like, oh, okay. Do you need some help?
Yeah, that happens a lot with old man. A lot of these games, he won't. He thinks. I think he's verbally thinking he's saying stuff, but he's not. And so he's like, I said I was this, and like, no pants are like, no, you didn't. Like, we didn't hear any of that.
Yeah,
There's no way you said that.
With Baka, though, it's like, oh, fuck. And when we're like, do you need some help? His brain just goes, nah, I got it. That's why he does it himself. And then, like, 5 seconds later, we see that he died. So it's like, we offered.
I got it,
go get your body. Oh.
My favorite was the accidental finding of the Titan boa that knocked me out and then killed me. And then I came back and it hit me enough to put me in torpor, but I killed it before I passed out and sat there, woke up, and I was like, cool, I'm a bit injured and I'm fine. Then those stupid fucking birds just kept coming out and just and just killed me.
The little
they left me alone while I was out. Yeah, they left me alone while I was knocked out, and then when I got up, they're just like, no, him.
I guess they felt like you had a fighting chance if you were awake, so they made it fair by waiting for you to get up. I know that you only have a sliver of health, but you're awake, which means fair game. Open season, let's do this.
You're on your feet. This is honorable now.
Yeah. I mean, it's about honor for these NPC birds.
Yes, I'm sure.
It has been fun, though, doing our own things. It's like, I'm going to do this, and then something completely different happens. Yesterday, I was like, I want this bird thing, and Chicken's like, sure, I'll come and help you. An hour later, we're going home with a Spino and no bird thing. It's like...
Oh, there are new things in there that we haven't seen before, and there's this giant flying mosquito bug thing.
Oh, yeah, that was terrifying.
It is mega dangerous. Like, I am talking mega dangerous. And Griff first saw it, and I was like, oh, that's neat. And I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh, wow, this thing's crazy. And watching it just tear. I am talking, it was shredding through wildlife.
It ate my bird, saddle and all, right in front of me.
It almost killed me, too. Like, and it was, at this point, it was like, nah, we have to keep an eye on this thing, and we have to kill it. I don't know. And also, by the way, I don't know what it got into a fight with that absolutely shredded it up, but something tore it up.
I mean, there was an
And
Alpha
I didn't.
Raptor over that way. It could have been that.
No, the Alpha Raptor was on the other side
No,
of the
there were
beach.
two.
Whatever was down there on the ground was tearing it up. I got on the ground over there. I didn't see no Alpha Raptor. It didn't come after me.
Maybe
And I was
it
running
died
around. The only thing that I could think of, I mean, it could have, was the little anteater monster, the Megatherium, like the little anteater,
Oh,
the
yeah,
giant
yeah.
bear-looking anteater. Those things eat bugs. You get one of them, if it comes into the pen, it'll clear out bugs for
So what
you.
you're saying is we need that. Okay.
We need that, but it's huge, and it has a ranged attack too, and it can goop
What's it
other
called?
animals.
Rhino something or another. Ryan, like Ryan, I think was like the first part of the name of it.
Rhiniagnatha.
Big ugly bug. It's huge. Like it's not just big. It is giant.
It is
like not
the
as big
pinnacle.
as a Quetzal, but not much smaller.
It's stronger than a Quetzal.
Well, yeah.
It is bigger than a Quetzal and stronger, and it has elevator movement, so it can go straight up and down. It can attach to walls. It's got a range attack. It can carry everything that a Quetzal can carry. It can make its own resin. It has a 2-seater saddle, and it has a fear debuff too. So if you land, you can just roar and scare everything away from it. It is a monster. Melee attack. It has needles, resin needles. It can shoot rockets of resin, and it has a sticky bomb that it can throw on the ground.
This bitch don't play.
But the only way to tame one of these things is an absolutely disgusting way.
You don't
You
tame
have
it.
to get it.
Let's be real.
You have to get it low, and hopefully you have found a
Get
male.
low.
You have to find a male pheromone, throw it on a dino you want it to impregnate, and when it's low, it will attack your dino and impregnate it, and then run away, and you can kill it. Then it'll gestate. It basically turns into alien style. You grow it, and then it'll burst out of your pet and be a baby version, and then you can kind of imprint and grow it. And that's the only way. Then you can clone it from there.
You basically have you basically have to sacrifice a pet for this.
Yes.
Yes. And then if you have a cloning machine, you can clone them from there, but you can't. That's the only way.
Yeah,
to
you
get
can't
one for
actually
yourself.
tame it. You have to grow your own lab experiment. That's gross.
Eventually, we are going to do that.
You
That's
are
fine.
going to do that. I will not have any part of that. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks.
I want my own xenomorph that flies around.
Well, I mean,
It's
that's
a
fine. You
hell
keep
of
that
fucking-
motherfucker over there, away from all my shit. So.
Somebody posted a
hell of
picture of one on Reddit, and it says, "You should be worried. LOL. Very worried. Those things are ARC's version of an Apache attack helicopter."
Yes.
Identified
Yes,
as an Apache attack
100%.
helicopter.
Those things are uber dangerous, which is why we were sitting around watching it, and I had it like marked up on my HUD so that I could see it. I watched that start taking damage, and it dropped below 500. I was like, "We doing it, everybody now!" I swooped down, jumped off, got my cross, just taking shots at it. I was like, "I don't care if I die. I'll come back. My bird's not passive flee. Then we'll run. This thing needs to die, because if it would have gotten our pen, it would have just wiped the floor. It would have killed everything." That thing is massive and horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. We need a few. We need a couple of those megas. Once I get the giant barrier put up around the entire thing, we need a couple of those megas to kind of roam around and keep security in case one of them does find its way inside.
Yeah. It was scary.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's fine. We got rid of it. But yeah, we've been stuck on playing Ark.
Yeah. We'll be playing here in just a little while again. It's relaxing. It's fun. It's like it is.
To be honest, I barely even do anything too. I've got a chair that I sit on, and
you put on the edge, and then yesterday somebody died, and you jumped up off your chair, jumped off the cliff, face planted, trying to help them.
Yeah, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine. It's fine.
That's mostly what I mean. Like that. This game is like crack. It is pretty much what I've been doing. So
We've all built our own little little huts and whatnot. We've got our own little
I have
areas.
a shack. It's
then,
literally a one-room shack.
And then I'm gonna build a giant wall around the entire plateau so that we have like our littler dinos can stay inside of each of our pens, and then like the bigger ones can wander outside, but still stay inside of the plateau. So
be outside but inside.
Have to protect them.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
because I mean we've only got so much space in each of our pens, but the big ones we can you can park them outside or let the Theras wander around and let them do their thing.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, we played Repo.
Yeah, Repo. I was gonna talk about the update for that. So in Repo, if you die, you can be resurrected at the next turn-in point, essentially. And you can talk with other dead folk, but you can't do any sort of interaction with your live friends. Now you can, and it is hilarious. You can
talk to your homies now.
You're supposed to pick up people's heads and put them in the cart so that you can take them to the next turn in as well. Well, over time, you can basically let your little headpiece recharge the batteries and talk to your teammates for like a limited time. You have like a battery length. But you can also move, so if you're stuck too far away, you can try to, like, limp yourself towards your teammates. But the voice is distorted, and the eyes turn red on the head, so when the heads are talking to you, or if there's multiple heads talking at the same time, it is absolutely demonic, and it's hilarious. It is so funny. But they did, Chicken's right, they did also add, I think it's like 10 new monsters. And some of them were like, how does this even work? Okay, well, I'm dead now. That's not how it works. Like, don't touch this one. Don't worry about that one. Ignore that one. Do touch that one, but with this caveat. Like, I mean, there's like... We're learning. It's been fun to get to relearn some stuff and also listen to your friends just be chaos incarnate when they're dead. Although I do think... I think the, talking from the dead also attracts the monsters. So, like, if your friends are trying to be stealthy and you're like, over here, it might get them murdered.
Chaos at its greatest.
That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, last time we played, everybody just did stuff to get themselves murdered. I didn't really need the help.
Okay, first of all, the huntsman guy with the can't see but can
he
can hear
turns and
super
shoots,
well.
yeah.
He walked past me, no big deal. I was like, all right, easy business. I'm gonna check this room. Oh, look at this adorable little puppy. It squeaks. It's super adorable. I was like, oh, that's really cute. And it came up to me, and on my screen, it did the whole pull up thing that was explaining what to do. And it's like, you can pet the puppy. And I was like, oh, that's super adorable. So I clicked on it and petted it and gave me little hearts. And then Grandpa turned around and blasted me instantly.
Because it makes a little, like, happy dog sound when it gets petted.
I was like, oh, that's cute. I didn't know Grandpa was still right there at the door. And as soon as I petted, he turned around and blasted me instantly. I was like,
you know what? Worth. I'm still going to pet the dog.
What you get for petting strange... What you get for petting strange dogs?
Yeah, I was like, that's wonderful, yo. That's wonderful. Great. Good stuff.
Next time he's going to be like, all right, here's the dog.
Yeah, look around.
Look around. Okay.
He's gonna pet it.
Boom!
I pet the dog, and then Grandpa pops up anyway.
Hey, I
next
petted
time
the dog.
I'm gonna come
happened,
equipped.
okay?
I'm coming equipped this time. Grandpa gonna get it next time. Grandpa about to find about to learn how about the Second Amendment.
The amount of times I have just turned a corner and bumped right into that fucker, and he just shoots me.
Yes,
Yep.
you die most often to everything, though. Like, big head guy, Baka. Robe, Baka. Grandpa, Baka.
Oh,
Scarecrow
that was
lady,
a great
Baka.
one, too. That was a great one. Cat goes, watch out, there's a big head guy. As I am turning, because it was a door and then a small room and then another door. And as soon as I come around that first door and I cut the corner on the second one, I hear Cat go, watch out, there's a big head guy. It's right here. And he goes, rah, and kills me. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? I'm about to lose my on this game. Okay.
I passed my luck on to you, wait, since I couldn't play since my net was just being
Yeah.
garbage.
Baka just passed off the bad luck. That's all it was.
Yeah. So I just
It's like if I can't play, someone has to suffer.
We play it almost every Thursday with Virtue now, so I'm definitely looking forward to Thursday. Like, I'm not like, oh, let's give up all of our arc time and play a bunch of Repo, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't wait till the next time we play Repo. We've only seen like 4 of the new ones. I can't wait to see what else there is. What other new torments?
And every place, every map has its own items now. There are no crossover items anymore.
Is that true?
Yep.
What, like you're only gonna find the vase
what it
on
says
one
in
map?
the update. On one of the maps, and that's what it says in the update too.
Huh.
They have made it so that every place has its own unique items, which
That's
is
neat.
super
I didn't
cool.
even notice. I guess I was too busy wondering why Baka was dead again.
See, that's good updates out of early access games right there. Like they've done a lot in 6 months. To be honest,
but let's see where they are 4 years from now.
Well, that's true.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It almost feels like Repo has done more updates and added more stuff to their game than in the last like 6 to 8 months than Phasma has done in the last 5 years.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we're active players of this game, so we'll get to see it as it continues. Again, I'm looking forward to playing it on Thursday. I'm not gonna lie. That's a fun game. Especially, like, the more you learn about it, like, everything that you learn, it just makes it better. So, that's fun. I love it. I love it a lot.
Love it. I love it a lot.
Anything else? I realize that we're at, like, an hour and a half, and that's unreal for us usually, but here we are.
I mean, it's, you know,
started to become
first one back in a while. I get it. It happens. You know,
it was some growing.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure it's part of the
it.
contract I signed. You know,
Gotta hit a certain hour mark.
Yeah,
that's right.
Get out of here. People are gonna think I'm really like this corporate overlord over here who had to negotiate. Get out of here.
No, to be real, my daughter has had a lot of soccer going on this fall, and that's why I haven't been here. And a lot of the games, I don't know if anybody's aware or not, but in the state of Alabama, we have what we call football here, and that takes precedent Saturdays over everything, especially in our town because you can't drive around at all on a game on a day where there's games. So a lot of her games are on Sundays, and they just happen to coincide with when we're doing this. So that's why.
Okay.
So it's not Griff's fault totally. There's probably a portion of it that's her fault.
I make football.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're welcome.
Make football.
She makes football the game she probably doesn't understand a whole lot. Yes.
She's getting better at it. She's starting
that explains things.
She should understand a lot of it. She grew up in the state.
Well,
Yeah, but she's like, she's getting better. She's paying more attention now to the Lions than she has to Alabama, so, which is really wild to me. But whatever.
I mean, by that statement, I should be an expert too because I've lived in Texas all my life, and that's what everyone around here does is fucking football.
Yeah,
and yet I know nothing and give a shit. I don't care. Like at one point, they were obviously pretty much a great team, I guess. But
no, they weren't. The last time you won anything was in the '90s, bro. So trust me, you haven't missed anything.
Hey, their college scene is also pretty big.
No, college is what he's talking about.
College.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. That's why I said like at one point.
Yeah, I mean they had
at one
Friday
point
Night Lights thing
they were. I didn't say recently or anything.
Back in the day,
and the 90s was only like 10 years ago, right?
Stop.
Yes,
like 40 years ago.
It was not 40, sir.
Hey, you shut the fuck up.
Almost. Trust me, I'm the one counting from 90.
All right, look, let's get out of here. I got a few chores to do before we go get Nugget.
Bye, Alt F4.
Well, we appreciate everybody that hangs out every other week at Infinite Respawn. Make sure you hit that sub button as well as the little notification bell so you know exactly when one of these goes live. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much for. I almost said my business instead of the podcast.
Wow.
Good thing he caught himself.
I know, right? For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Bucket.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.